interesting life. So tell us a little bit, you know, were you popular in high school?
What? Not very.
You have a lot of friends in high school, though.
Oh, yeah, I have friends.
Well, you know, have any boyfriends?
Well, I didn't go out. I just talked to them all the time.
You talked to, but sometimes you did stuff with boys, though, right?
Well, not in high school.
That's not what it says here.
What does it say?
Well,
Hey, you used to say I had a funny voice. What do you mean by that?
You recognize that voice? It's the first guy you ever went out with. He's right here. Tommy Tinkles. Tommy, come on in here. Hello, folks.
How you doing? Whoa.
We're going.
Wait for me to get right.
Tommy.
Hey.
Nice to see you. Be careful.
Hey, how you doing? Look at this, look at this woman. This is a beautiful woman right here. I tell you what, our mothers were friends. They were at the Tupperware party together, and they introduced us together. We went out on one date, and this was the cheapest date I ever had. We agreed on Dutch. Didn't we agree on Dutch from the beginning? Went out to get ice cream. We got pistachio. You got. What'd you get?
Probably, wait a minute, let me think.
Butter pecan. That was it. And didn't.
Cupcakes. That's all she has, the cupcakes. Gone cupcakes.
No, with the cupcakes.
And you said you don't got the money. So I fronted you the money. $5 for ice cream. $5. This was during the recession. $5 is robbery. I tell you what. $5 today, that'd be like $10 today, because we're still in a recession, you know. So yeah. So I never got my $5. Really? I'm here for my $5.
Wait a minute. You don't have a store. You're here for your $5.
That's why I agreed to come here. What about? I heard it was
You're supposed to be telling a nice story about my mother here, and you come and you ask her for money.
What cheapskate?
She's not cheap. My mother isn't cheap.
I'm just saying.
Oh, we gotta get you got $5.
My purse.
Anybody have $5?
Oh, we'll give you the $5. Anybody got $5? Give you the $5. No, give you the $5 later and go sit down. Later, you get the $5.
Okay. Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna push the matter. I mean, it's good fun.
Okay, man, moving right along. Okay, let's get off of high school here. Then you went to work, right? What's your first job?
Mercy Hospital as a tray girl.
No kidding.
Yeah, and then I was up in the 9th floor taking care of children and cleaning the bathtub and the toilets. The toilet.
Which you did all your whole life after that. That must have been great training. So.
It was good training. Put that food on a tray, so they put it on a cart and bring it upstairs.
That's good. Taking care of people. That's a good job.
Yeah, and then I worked at a nurse's station, and I was silverware and cleaned the tables and served them.
Excellent. What'd you do after that? You had another job too.
Oh yeah, I went to Christie's as a waitress.
Oh, you were a waitress, huh?
For 6 months.
Pretty good tips?
No, quarters.
Well, back then that was pretty good tip, wasn't it? I don't know. Okay, your next job?
My next job, I went to Button Rise across the street for Christmas time. And then I went to Murphy's for over 2 years.
Wow.
And then I went to Baxter and Company after I graduated. And then I went to Royal Anemone. And then I also worked at Reamer's.
To call it job hopping.
As a cotometer operator.
Shut up, son of a douche.
Cotometer operator.
Sounds like she made a lot of money, huh? Couldn't send a few bucks my way yet?
All right, but your favorite employer you haven't mentioned yet.
My favorite employer was Mr. Baxter.
No, it says here. Do you remember this voice?
She bought cupcakes all the time.
Hey, Marianne, did you sell me any worms today?
Yeah, no, that voice, that's Laura's husband, Tim.
No, this is your favorite job. This is your favorite boss, Tony Seville. Hey, Tony.
Hey, hi, everybody. Hey, Marianne, I haven't seen you in like 60 years. How are you? Happy birthday. You look wonderful.
Thank you.
Why don't you? Tony has some great stories. I know he wants to tell about mine.
I do. Hey, my name's Tony. How you all doing?
Good.
I sold worms. I sell worms. I got worms everywhere. I got worms here. I got worms over here. You want some gummy worms?
No thanks.
Okay, I don't blame you. I got worms in my hat even. Look. See? Worms. I keep them there just in case. Just in case they need
Still
them.
money in worms out here.
Well, yeah, you know.
She got worm cupcakes too.
Well, you know what? Oh, yes.
Get the
Those are
cupcake.
delicious, and the fish like them too. Well, you know what? I had a business on 10th and Liberty. It was called Tony's.
My cupcakes. No.
Hey, sweetheart, can you just button it up a little bit? Thanks a lot.
My fish cupcakes.
Okay, you all done now? Okay. I had a bait and tackle shop. It was on the corner of 10th and Liberty, downtown Pittsburgh. It was called Tony's International Tackle Shop. And my brother, his name was Andy, he had a hardware store right next door. It was called Andy's Sink and Shovel. So it was Tony's International Tackle Shop and Andy's Sink and Shovel on the corner of 10th and Liberty. Well, you know what? I had a big idea. I was going to make $1 million. I was going to sell pre-hooked worms. It was a great idea. I sold a bunch of them. I had these worms. I'll take it. I'm going to demonstrate. I take these worms and I hold them and I try to hook one, and they were pre-hooked, and I'd sell them. Well, you know, I sold a bunch of them, but it was getting tiring. I need some help. So I figured I'd put an ad in the paper. So I put an ad in the paper that said, "Hookers needed on 10th and Liberty in downtown Pittsburgh." Mary Ann was the first one down there.
You think she applied for the ad?
She did. She applied for the ad.
Cupcakes for herself because she goes down and hooks it.
I bet y'all didn't know she was a hooker. She was the best hooker in the business. She had a new technique. She would put one in her mouth, and she'd hold the other one like this, and she'd put a hook in it, and she'd sell it. In her mouth, hook, and she'd sell it. It was wonderful. She got so good at it, she did it without hands. She'd throw a worm in her mouth and a hook in her mouth, and she'd go, forget about it. She'd sell it. Worm in her mouth, hook in her mouth. Forget about it. She sold it. It was a wonderful thing. I had to put another ad in the paper because we were selling so many. I wanted everybody to see it, so I put, "Everyone come down to 10th and Liberty and see all of our hookers." It was awesome. It was a great thing, I'm telling you. They were selling like hotcakes. Hey, Steve, do you know what else sells like hotcakes? Pancakes. They sell just like hotcakes.
Cupcake.
Well, you know what? Ann was a wonderful seller. She sold a lot of worms for me. She hooked a lot of worms on the corner of 10th and Liberty for me. But all good things come to an end. What did her in was bated breath. And she had hook and mouth disease. But I have to tell you what, she's a wonderful lady, and you just must be proud to have her in your family. So thank you very much.
Hey, Tommy. Thanks a lot for showing up, Tommy. Hey, no problem.
It's Tony, by the way.
Tony, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Tommy's over there. He's the chief.
Tony.
Okay. So after you have all these great jobs, you decide to get married eventually. And
Oh, yeah.
what year did you get married?
1950, June the 1st.
First 1950. Good. And you had some kids, right?
5 of them.
And who was your first one?
Steve.
Yeah, I hear that Steve, he was a really good guy, you know.
Yeah, he is.
Pillar of his community. One of the best people ever lived, right?
You're right.
You're really proud of Steve, right?
He was humble.
I am.
Humble. And can he play the guitar when he wants to?
Yeah, you want to play the guitar tonight?
I doubt it, but I could ask him.
Oh,
But anyway, and then you had some other kids, right?
Go ahead, Judy.
Well, we don't have time for all that. Why don't we just move right along here, and we're going to wrap things up here, and we appreciate you being such a good audience. Anybody else have anything to say? You want to do anything? Or
Didn't she have a friend or something?
She had a friend.
Oh, yeah. No, how'd you get here, by the way?
My daughter bringing me.
Your daughter, right?
My Shakuntala.
Shakuntala's your daughter.
Yeah.